I almost called her and said, what are you doing? Why are you inviting a 26-year-old guy to your house?
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
But almost and doing are two different things.
What he should have done is, the actual question there would be, why are you inviting, well, yeah, I mean, you'd ask, why are you inviting someone who's older? But even if all parties were of age, like, the next question would be like, why me? Like, why did you pick some stranger over the internet? I mean, I don't think it's that hard for women to get laid. So I think that a guy should be skeptical. Like, if it's someone you've never met and it's like too fucking easy, like, you should ask why. That should be a red flag as to something going on. Some kind of scheme, like some of these guys would say.
And you still went through with it. You still come to visit her. You pull right in. You walk right in to go see her.
Yes, sir.
The only way we can help you is, for you to be honest.
How are you going to help me, sir?
That's a good question. That's about the first smart thing that he said. I said that he was. I thought that this guy might be smart, and that's like the first time. But let's see. That intelligence has just reared its head. We haven't actually seen it in its full form. But I wonder what the detective is going to say, because that is a good question. To which the answer is, of course, nothing. But let's see.
We talked with our prosecutor and everything else.
Oh,
I know what I was doing.
he could talk to the prosecutor. Okay, and then they just like glossed over. So that's kind of interesting, right? So they just went back like.
Yes, sir.
The only way we can help you is, for you to be honest.
How are you going to help me, sir?
Look, so let's see.
We talked with our prosecutor and everything else.
And then so they must have briefly talked. I don't know. That was fuck. I wanted to see what he was gonna say. He must have just fed him a line. And detectives can lie. I mean, the police can lie to you. If you get arrested with other people, they could split you guys up, take you to separate interrogation rooms, and then tell you that your friend has rolled over on you, even if they haven't. So they could tell you that, and they could say, well, your friend already did it, so you might as well tell us. But then in doing that, they're getting you to first roll over on your friend. So there's some shit you have to be aware of.
So you're pretty much doing everything and saying the things you're saying for your gratification at home.
Exactly. I know there's things that I shouldn't have done in the past on the internet.
So that raises a lot of questions, a lot of legal questions.
As far as
chatting with people.
See, as far as this guy literally waves his pen. The detective waves his pen like he's ready. He's ready to fucking put that ink to paper.
Getting them on camera.
Have you ever sent nude pictures or anything of yourself?
Of course he has.
I've been on camera before.
That means yes, okay.
Nude?
Yes, but that wasn't. It was usually for older people.
For older people.
Okay.
For older people.
But is there a remote possibility you've ever sent a nude picture to a minor?
It's possible. Sometimes.
What an idiot! Oh man, this guy. Why would you ever say that? He just fucked himself right there, saying that that's a possibility. So now they're gonna look in that. That alone might be enough grounds. If they didn't already have a subpoena, or a warrant for his computer, then they will get that warrant. He's fucked.
Her age too. And I know her. I think she saw me with my shirt off and stuff.
Your shirt off, yeah.
It wasn't that she never saw me naked.
Bet he regrets that. Yeah, that's regret.
What are these pills that you have with you?
They're just Advil. I went out last night.
Advil?
They're just Advils?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that would have been funny if there was something else.
Profen or something.
Okay. Do you have any pictures or anything on your phone?
No, it's not even a camera phone.
Is it camera? You care if I look?
Do you care if I look? He's like, how about I check for myself? Oh, he's gonna go through his texts though. I don't think there were passwords on old phones like that. Maybe there were. Yeah, there had to have been, I guess, but I don't remember. But I remember like old flip phones and shit. Yeah, I don't know. Head down again. Oh, that's great. The cameraman. Oh, that's great. That means so. I don't know if there's a separate cameraman or what. There might be a separate cameraman. I doubt it's one of the detectives. That's great. So there's a separate cameraman just like spending his evening, spending an hour of his life doing this. That's crazy. These cameramen trip me out too. Like to get this job, it kind of just blows my mind that like I wonder what it's like. The people like that, I wonder what they would think about To Catch a Predator. From their like partial involvement. You know.
No.
He's licking his
Any
lips.
equipment we can do that.
Yeah.
Any condoms.
Like I said, I wasn't intending on really doing anything.
And this guy's eyes are so big. I mean, his eyes are bulging out of his sockets right there.
Any pornographic pictures. Okay. You might have to take a look through that then.
Yeah. They don't trust him for shit.
Did anybody else know that you were coming up here today? Just you. And have you ever had any phone conversation with who you believe Danica?
Just today was the first time I ever talked to her.
Today on your way up here?
No, even before that, this morning, I called her and said, I don't know if I'm going to come or not. I don't really think it's going to, like I said, I even turned around once and called her and said, I don't really feel comfortable with this.
But then you went and did it anyways.
But you still come.
Yeah.
Well, she said, well, come anyway, we'll just hang
Well, come
out.
anyways.
Well, if we're just hanging out.
Do you think it's right for a 26-year-old to hang out with a 13-year-old child? Even if it's just sitting
Just
and
hanging out
watching a
watching
movie?
No, probably not.
And you came from
Mainville.
Manville.
Down by Cincinnati. So, do you feel that's odd? A 26-year-old man drives all the way
Yeah,
from
that's odd.
Cincinnati up here to sit and watch a movie with a 13-year-old?
There's definitely no reason to ever do that.
I'm not saying I don't need help. I'm not saying there's not something wrong with me.
Oh wow, okay. I wonder where he's gonna go with this. So now he might go the I'm sick. Instead of saying I'm like guilty, he might say like, I'm a victim of these compulsions, these sexual compulsions. Not necessarily towards minors, but my sexual compulsions are so erratic and wild that that happens to be included sometimes. So I wonder if this guy's gonna go like the sex addict or the nymphomaniac route as a defense.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
What's
I
wrong?
don't know why I did that. I don't know why I've done that stuff. I've thought about getting help in the past. And I honestly just never thought I could open up to a stranger, a psychiatrist.
Oh, well, now you're opening up to detectives. I think you're pretty good at opening up to people. You're opening up to two gentlemen right there in Ohio and a cameraman, and then all the rest of the world for us to analyze. So you should have more faith in yourself, Mr. Rutherford.
So how long have you been doing this?
Well, like I said, I mean, the internet's been around since I was 12, 13. I've always chatted on there.
Okay, so 12, 13. He said he was born in 1980, so 1992, 93. Yeah, this guy must have had some money then. The internet was very expensive in the mid-90s. At least I recall it being very expensive. I don't know. I didn't have the internet in the mid-90s. I didn't have the internet until, I think, yeah. Well, maybe, I think I had it in the late 90s, I think, is when I got it, but not in the early 90s.
But how long have you think you've been
I don't
chatting
know.
with minors?
I can't give you specifics.
for
I
your
guess
sexual
since
gratification?
Since
I was no longer a minor. I mean,
Since
I've
he
always
was-
chatted to people. It wasn't always minors.
Right.
I don't know. I can't give you.
So I mean, he's literally using the fucking what is it, the Matthew McConaughey defense? Like, you know what's great about high schoolers? They get I get older and they stay the same age. Like he's literally using that defense, only he's applying it to a chat room. So he's saying that he was, he's been chatting with people who have been 13 since he was 13, and he's just never grew out of it, is what he's saying. As opposed to being older and then targeting children, I guess. I don't know.
Any specific dates, honestly. I'm not gonna.
Honestly.
I've chatted to.
Those honestlies are not doing this guy any favors.
Do you enjoy talking to a minor, though, for your gratification?
It wasn't just the minors. It was just girls in general.
Okay. So
Yeah, it's a rush.
Either it's a minor or a female. But it's to get your gratification.
Basically, that's all it was for, sir. It was personal. It wasn't that I wanted anything else.
And that's like Tinder too. That's like all that shit is. It's just like just gratification. Like you check it and you just have all these notifications, and it's like all these people are approving of you. So it's even if you're not using it for its like stated purpose of hooking up or dating or whatever, like just having access to it is like as a means of gratification. That's a powerful. That's one of the reasons it's so powerful. So what this guy's saying has some truth. You know, like looking for gratification online. I think people have done that and probably will always do that.
Ever.
But the concern we have is that you come all the way from Cincinnati
I know.
Cincy.
after everything you said for your gratification.
I know it doesn't look good.
You've come all the way up here and you've met or tried to meet with a 13-year-old female.
I can't explain it. I wish I could. I wish I knew.
I could explain it. You want to have sex with her. It's very simple. Very simple.
Why I was like this and what was wrong with me. I really had thought about getting help in the past, and I thought maybe I had gotten over some of that. In fact,
But he hasn't specifically described what ailment he's going with. Like help for what? What specifically? Is it just a compulsion for sex? Is it an attraction for young people? Like he has yet to inform the detectives of what specifically he would seek help for.
I deleted a lot of people that I chatted to once in a while. I stopped getting on there for a while, and then
That doesn't mean
started up
anything.
again.
Start up
I
again.
thought I could beat it on my own and just.
You were beating it on your own. You know, being on your own is like the only time when we can beat it, right? You can beat it. You were beating it on your own, Rutherford.
I just didn't have the willpower, sir.
I mean, when you get online with these people and you start talking, what's it make you want to do?
Jack off, right?
I mean, I have never, ever crossed the line with one of my students or anything.
Yeah,
It's
see.
never even really crossed my mind.
Well, and I guess we'll never, you know, I'm gonna say that he's lying. He's lying because otherwise he wouldn't be there. And even if like even in seeing the decoy like this already, that means that he sees anyone of that age like that. It was the same age. I think the decoy was like the same age as the age that he instructed. Um, and that sucks because there's already like kind of a stigma against males who are like elementary school teachers are overwhelmingly female. Like any child development center, or any child development programs in colleges are going to be like 70% female, like around there. I don't know specifically, but they're going to have a lot of fucking females there. So this guy is like, you know, one of the females that is a teacher of a kind of young age, and then he goes and does this shit. It just reflects so poorly, you know, and it perpetuates a stigma against other males who just are sixth grade teachers, maybe because they just feel that that's something that they were meant to do. But yeah, it's just fucked up. Fuck this guy.
Chatted with one of your
No,
students?
No, yeah, fuck you.
Never would have done anything to any of them. Never would have ever, and attempted it. I think really, when it was online, it was more of a fantasy. Like this isn't real.
Yeah, this is
In real
real.
life, I never wanted that, and even today, I don't know why I came up. I don't know what made me do it.
It's very simple what made you do it.
I wish I could tell you.
You can,
And
you
probably
just don't
think
want
me
to.
full of but
So
I'm
if you
really
would have
not.
got here and you would
Shit.
have walked in,
Unless he was gonna go for like, I guess he could actually do the help with homework, right? He could send these guys fucking retarded ass Jerry Wayne, Kosis is all, oh, help with homework, but he's like he probably has like a fucking third grade education, so yeah, this guy could have helped her with homework. He's like, oh yeah, what book are you using? I taught that one.
and there's a 13-year-old girl standing there in her bra and panties,
Wrong
what
paintings.
would have happened? What would you have done?
It's speculative. I don't know. I didn't think that was going to happen.
You didn't think that?
No, sir. Please understand.
It's in your chat log, isn't it?
It's in the chat.
So you can't tell me you didn't have a belief that that could have happened. Am I correct?
It was Listerine strips.
What do you say, Listerine strips or something? Oh, I guess he had Listerine strips that fell out
It crossed my
of his
mind,
pocket. Cross your
There
mind.
was a thought there that could
but
have
I didn't
happened.
think it was going to.
Okay.
This is interesting. So he's shifted his posture. Now he's leaning back, presumably against the wall. I think he's in like some kind of like a creaky metal chair. So he's shifted it. He has a more open body position. He has more open nonverbals right now.
And I didn't want it to. You gotta believe me on that.
You gotta believe me.
I
You
didn't
gotta
want to
believe
have
me.
sex with her. I didn't even want to kiss her. I didn't really want to do anything. I just wanted to hang out with somebody.
Man, to say you gotta believe me is like a plea of desperation. That's not something that probably makes a person believe you. That's something you'd say because you were desperate.
To take my mind off of my life right now. I just wanted to hang out with somebody that I could talk to. I mean, when I met the girl, I told her, I'm married. And this week, I was venting to her about, whoever I was talking to, about getting a divorce.
Getting divorced.
I mean,
I wonder how much the fucking 13-year-old decoy could relate to the proceedings of his divorce, right? He's like, oh, babe, it was so rough. I had to look around for an attorney, and he's charging me this much. She's like, oh, wow, cool.
I don't know. I know that sounds like bull, but... And your question, I don't know. I don't know if that's a fair question. That's not really what I thought was going to
That's a fair
end up
question.
happening.
But my question to you is, what if you come up here and we weren't here
This is the good
and they
cop.
weren't doing what they were doing, and there was actually a 13-year-old girl in that house that was waiting on you and just her
wouldn't have done
bras and
anything.
just her panties?
I'm telling you, bottom of my heart, I wouldn't have done anything. I've never done something like that with a kid.
Maybe,
You've never
maybe
done
not.
something like that,
I know
but you
you're
went
saying,
ahead
and I
and come
know
up here.
the studies show that
Oh, studies.
one thing leads to another with sexual predators. Apparently, that's what I am. I never thought I was.
Wow. Holy shit. Wow. Let's see that.
I
That's
wouldn't.
intense.
Like I said, I don't know why I'm here.
On your whole way.
One thing leads to another with sexual predators. Apparently, that's what I am. I never thought I was.
Apparently, that's what I am.
I wouldn't. Like I said, I don't know why I'm here.
We
On your
were
whole
caught
way
on
up,
to catch a
on
predator.
your whole drive up here, when you're thinking about all this, are you thinking to yourself, man, if I show up here and she's like this, what's going to happen? Or did you play this through your mind? I mean, you're telling yourself, I didn't want to do this,
I'm telling myself.
but by
I'm
knowing
telling you.
this, you know what? You listen to me. You know what you're saying to her. You know what she's saying to you. You can't tell me that's not going through your
Yeah,
mind.
he
the
keeps
whole way up
wincing
here
from the pain
Cincinnati.
of the
Yes, sir,
handcuff.
it was. Lots of different things went through my mind.
What was going through your
And the
mind?
conclusion I always came to was, I am not gonna touch this kid.
Okay.
He keeps
But
saying
what else
kid,
was
and
going
that's
through
so
your mind?
dark.
What do you mean?
What do
I
you
mean, what
mean?
else? You're thinking about what she told you, how she's going to be dressed, or things you're going to
She didn't tell
do?
me what. Actually, I guess she did, but I wasn't gonna.
Yeah, the detective's asking about his mind state, his state of mind going in. So the detective's saying, okay, what were you thinking was going to happen? Like, describe the situation you're walking into. Like, what's the decoy wearing? Like, what's on the TV? Who's at the home? He's asking him to basically just imagine, like use his imagination to think about what would happen if perverted or if Dateline wasn't there. Like, what actually would have happened.
There's a belief that she could have been in her bras and panties. Am I correct?
Yeah.
She never
See,
said she was gonna greet me in her underwear.
Okay. But you talk about getting on top of each
Yes,
other,
I know.
not having shirts on,
no, I haven't. Yeah, so sex
grinding
talk.
on each other.
That was on there. That wasn't what I was gonna do in real life.
Okay. But there's
But
a chance that could have happened, right?
No.
that's how good he's all. But
No.
No, I know you're looking at me and thinking I'm full of it.
But if you showed
No.
up and walked through that door and there's
No.
a 13
so we're just right into the thick of the real mental chess. So they've already begun. I mean, they're like the board is out. Rutherford's making moves. He's shuffling the knight around. You got the detectives. They're going for the bishop. I mean, the chess match has already begun, and he's not doing too well. He's not doing too well. He's starting to play a little defensively now.
year old like that,
No,
there wouldn't have never been a chance for that to happen.
sir, no.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now. You're asking me. Don't try to make me tell you something that's not true. No.
Don't see. So I guess so. Yeah. I guess Rutherford's just gonna stick to a story, and the detectives they might be beating a dead horse. I think that Rutherford is he thinks that he's smart enough to adequately defend himself, but I think that the detectives will be able to build a case against him primarily off of small things that he lets go. like his, oh well, I guess I'm a predator, like lines like that. So I think that they just want to keep him talking, which is what you want to do. You want to keep him talking. But yeah, this guy, I think I think the case against him will be built off of little small bits like that.
Way up here, I thought if something she tries, I'm not gonna do it. It's not
I'm not
right.
gonna do it.
It's real life, and it's not gonna happen. I know you don't believe me, but no, I'm sorry, no.
So what you were writing in there, was that right?
Hell no, obviously not.
But you did that anyway,
Yes.
and then you're on your way up here, so you came halfway on that one
I wasn't
to
gonna
make
do
the
it.
trip up here. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, why even put yourself in that situation? Why did you even drive all the way up here?
That's a good question.
In fact, I wondered if this was some such setup the second she said it. I thought I'd be a fool to put myself in that situation.
And you wouldn't, if you actually thought it was a setup, you wouldn't be there.
And I'm a fool.
You are a fool. You're also a predator. Fuck that fool. Fuck this fool. He's just staring. Oh man, that was good eye
Was there
contact.
anything else you think you need to tell us or let us know about?
What?
Where's the computer at that you were using to chat back and forth?
In my house?
Okay. And right now you live there by yourself?
Yeah, my wife moved out.
Okay.
Why?
Why do I want to know where your computer's at?
He's all why.
Just asking where
I'm
you
just
were at
asking,
the
bro.
time when you were doing this.
It's a question.
I don't think we're gonna take it. So ain't nothing on there as far as pictures. So I don't need that.
Okay.
And now what?
Huh?
Now what?
This is interesting.
What do you have in computer in your house?
They've been taking them all
What do you mean?
Is there any pictures of anybody underage?
You, I don't care.
Underage?
Go ahead and take that.
Probably.
That way we have it.
There is?
Wow, they asked him if he had pictures of underage people on his computer, and he said probably. Oh shit, yeah, this guy's fucked. See, this guy's dark. How could you sit there and say that you're not a predator when you have that? Man. And then he just looks at the ground. See, it's like, not only are you a predator, you're a fucking lying predator. So you won't even come out and say it. You're gonna fucking lie to the very end. Even with evidence that proves that you're a predator.
Nude pictures?
I don't think so.
There's no nude pictures of anybody underage?
Honestly, I don't
Did you
think.
talk to?
A couple of people on there. I mean, they might be in underwear or something. I don't think there's any nude.
Oh, underwear.
I don't think I've ever had anything or kept anything like that.
Okay. Have you received that? I'm like,
People have sent it, and I always just said no, delete it.
Delete it. Yeah, right.
And even any.
Okay, when a person sends it, how can you say no, delete it? Like it's like you received the JPEG image or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's like you can't like what do you mean? No, I say no, delete it. Like he would have to delete it. So if they see photos on there, obviously he didn't delete them.
I hope not.
Okay.
Maybe. But
Maybe. This guy doesn't even know what's up.
Are you like 50-50 on that?
50-50.
Probably.
So there's
Possibility.
probably a decent chance that there is. I mean, you're kind of coin toss.
There's a decent chance. Toss a
I
coin.
don't know.
Is there any minors on there?
That's what I said. I mean, there are probably people that are minors. I don't think there's any new
Toss a coin. If only one of the detectives just pulled out a quarter, he's all here. Maybe this will help you in your answering us.
pictures. I mean, it's just all this is a picture of me. Some of them have sent provocative pictures,
Provocative
underwear
pictures.
and things.
Okay.
It might be on there. I don't think.
And these are minors that have sent you this?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, and I'm telling you, it was probably 2 months ago. I said I don't know what I'm doing, and I had pictures at that time and stuff, and I deleted everything, deleted all the people off my friends list. Said I've got to quit doing this. I'm hurting myself, and I'm going to hurt somebody else.
You are.
I just wasn't strong enough to not do it.
How many minors have you been talking with here? When you deleted everything, how many minors were you talking to at that time?
I don't know.
This guy, yeah, he doesn't even know.
5, 10, 15.
Fuck this guy.
I don't know. I mean, usually I only talk to a person once or twice and then never talk to them again.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like I had ongoing relationships with anybody except a couple of people that I've talked to for years.
I guess we'll never know.
But
Is there anything in your vehicle we need to know about?
no, sir, no.
You don't have anything hidden in there anywhere or anything like that?
No duct tape.
Okay. And you're going to give us consent to search that? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
He's defeated.
I'm not.
Do you know your license plate number?
No, I don't.
He's a little nope.
Yeah, call Corey. See if you can get that. Turner.
Oh, that's good. This guy. There's like a car alarm. Oh
Well,
shit.
I got permission to search free motor vehicle, okay?
There's a bunch of craziness going on.
You said that they were sure not going to find anything in there, though.
Oh fuck. Yeah, his eyes are darting around.
Did your
still.
wife know that you had this problem? Did she know that you talked
Your
to
ex-wife.
minors or anything?
No, this had nothing to do with the divorce or anything.
Okay.
It's really gonna make her reconsider
That's why
her
I wanted to
decision.
stop. It's for her. One of the biggest
So
reasons.
you're making it sound like, and I'm not trying to say you're a bad person, but that this has been happening for a good while now because you have concerns about
myself.
what's going on
Yourself.
or what's driving you. Is there concerns of where's this leading me to?
That was kind of. I mean, I really never, honestly, even today, didn't intend anything to happen. But that was one of the things I thought I'll quit doing it on my own, and I thought I should maybe get some help. But I never thought I could talk to somebody about it.